Now we will now see how to use multiple conditions. Now I'm interested in knowing how much sales Mr. Tan has done in region 1. Okay, so this is going to be the illustration for SUMIFS. Now you can clearly see that Mr. Tan is performing a sales of about 4,700 in region 1. And then again, if you were to scroll the data down, I'm seeing Tan in region 1 again as a sales of 5,300 or so, and then over here there is another featuring of region 1. Now, as I mentioned to you, the data that you are going to be getting is not going to be comprising just merely of 18 rows. In this case, it's just an illustration, so I've taken 18 rows. But usually it will be 2,000 or 3,000, 10,000 rows of that fashion. And for that, we cannot be utilizing the calculator to sum up the sales that Mr. Tan has done for region 1. Or in case you want to get the total sales of Mr. Chang for region 2, or so on and so forth. I hope you are getting the idea here. And for handling such requirements, we have what is called a SUMIFS. So what I will do is I will just enter Tan there, and then I want the total sales for region 1. So I will just enter region 1 here, like this, the same way that you have entered. And then you can say total sales, and then perform the total sales either over here, or you can just place that information over here. So what I will do, I will utilize this particular cell for that. So foremost, what you need to do is enter the function SUMIFS, open the parenthesis. Now what are we looking for? We are looking for the total sales, right? Now where do we get the total sales? We are able to see the total sales over here. So place the mouse, click on that cell, press Ctrl Shift downward arrow, and then you press F4. Now as I always mention, if your keyboard, some of the laptops are very unresponsive with regard to F4 key. If that is the situation, just place a dollar before D and a dollar after D, and follow it up for the second D also. Now place a comma. Now you are actually looking for the total sales done by Mr. Tan in region 1. So there are two requirements you have got. So the first requirement is you have to locate Mr. Tan. Now where is Mr. Tan found? This is the information that consists the salesperson's name. So go click on the cell, and then you press Ctrl Shift and downward arrow, and then you press the F4 key. So that is done. I hope you are able to understand what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to get the first condition. Where exactly the first condition is found? The first condition is I am interested in getting the sales done by Mr. Tan. So that condition or that person is located under this column sales rep. Now after you have got that, you place a comma. As I mentioned to you, whom are we looking for? We are looking for Mr. Tan. Now I have just placed Mr. Tan over here. Now what you can do is you can simply click on this, and that would be featured there. You don't have to do anything. Just click on Mr. Tan, which is present there in that cell exclusively. Now you place a comma. Next, we are interested in obtaining the total sales that Mr. Tan has done for region 1. So that is the second requirement we are aiming at. Now where is those requirements found? Those requirements are found under this column titled region. So click on this, and then you follow it up by pressing the Ctrl Shift and downward arrow. Then press the F4 key. So you have that particular information over here. Now place a comma, and then what are we looking for? We are actually interested in the sales done in region 1. So that is the next one you need to click, and that will complete the entire requirement that we are interested in. It can be challenging, but the simplest way to understand this is that we are interested in obtaining the total sales. Now where is the total sales found? Over here. So that is clicked and it is frozen. When I say frozen, it means we are bringing in the absolute referencing. Then we place a comma. The next one is that we are interested in two conditions. One is the name of the person. Where is that found? Over here. Highlight everything, and as always press the F key. That condition is obtained. Now in specific, whom are we looking for? We are looking for Tan. So click on that, and that is also featured here. Follow it up with the second requirement. What is the second requirement? Really interested in Mr. Tan's performance in region 1. Now where exactly is that region 1 found? It is found under this particular column where we got all of these regions. So you need to click on this and highlight everything and get it included into the check, into the functions. And after that, follow it up with that particular requirement that you need. In this case, it's region 1. So click on that, and then that would get featured here. Now what you need to do is you need to just click enter. Now if you click enter, this will produce you the total sales that Mr. Tan has done for region 1. Let me do that. I click enter. You see that I get the value here. Now just to go and check here, this is 6,000 and some for region 1, and again region 1 is found here, 3,700, so that's around 9,000 or even 10,000 approximately, and then you got 4,600, approximately 14,000. So this is exactly what we have got. If you were to add that 14,000 and some extra things that we are featuring, you see that we have just taken 6,000 here, but it's actually 6,622, so that would sum up to 15,000. And that is accurate. So this would be the total sales. You can just highlight this, and probably you can make it bolder, and then you want to take a color, you take a color on that, and that would be for Mr. Tan. Now if you are interested for other sales reps like Chang, you can do the same thing and follow it up. Now let me do that for one more person, one more sales rep, Chang, and I'm interested what he has done in region 1, and then that is going to be the total sales. So over here you place equal to SUMIFS. What are you looking for? You're looking for the total sales, so go click here, press Ctrl Shift and downward arrow, then you press F4, you got that, place a comma. Next you are looking for Mr. Chang, and where is Mr. Chang found? He is found in this particular column. Click on this, press Ctrl Shift downward arrow, and then press F4. Fine, fair enough, press a comma. In specific, I want Chang, so click on Chang, and then you place a comma. The next condition is I want how Chang has done. In this case, region 1 I'm taking. So where is that region found? It is found in this column. Press Ctrl Shift downward arrow, and then press F4. You got that. Place a comma. In specific, we need region 1. Click on that and close the parenthesis. So that would give us the value that Mr. Chang has done for region 1. So click on that. So Chang's region 1 is 6,512. You see that? You get 6,512. Now you will be seeing the data is changing. It's because I have used the run between to generate the data. And when you don't freeze the data would be changing every time you make an entry or apply an operation on that column. So that's the reason I'm getting a change. But that change which you see here, 6,512, correlates with the 6,512 which we have got. And if you want the same formatting to highlight to be coming over here, just you highlight it, click on Format Painter, and then you click over here, you get that same formatting for Mr. Chang also. So clearly you can see that 6,384 is also correlating with the value 6,384. As I've just mentioned you here, every time you perform an operation, if you use run between, the data gets changed. However, even though the data is changed, still you're getting the same value. So that is how you use SUMIFS. Thank you, students. Until we meet again in the next class. See you.